Hello everyone, welcome to Stratoscale's Hybrid DevOps Pros. I'm Ariel and here with Liaz.
Hi, Ariel.
Hi Liaz. So today we're going to see how we scale a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so we've deployed a Kubernetes cluster inside of a VPC using Terraform. And then again, using Terraform, we set up a load balancer and we deployed an application into that Kubernetes cluster. Now, let's see how we can scale that cluster.
Yes.
Take it away,
So
yes.
I have all kinds of stories from our customers of how much it's easy, quotes, to scale a Kubernetes cluster. So if they're working on a physical environment, then they need to ask their IT guy, get me another machine. That might take days, weeks. Virtual machines, again. Let's see how easy it is to extend on a unified solution such as Symphony.
So manage Kubernetes services on Symphony 4.6 make your life easier, right? They take away all the undifferentiated heavy lifting, making it easy to use Kubernetes and don't need to bother with deploying it.
Now, just think of the business value you need to supply. So, single finger, extend. Now we're at 2, let's go to 3.
All right.
We're done, let's get coffee.
So what does Symphony do behind the scenes when we try to extend the Kubernetes cluster?
So it's as you said, it's a managed solution. So it's not that easy behind the scenes. So our engineers work pretty hard. We are creating a virtual machine. It's gonna spawn up in a second. Here it is. It is already spawning.
So we have another instance that joined the cluster.
Yes. So it will join the cluster and then it will be provisioned to be a Kubernetes cluster. It will show up here in the Kubernetes dashboard. By the way, let's see how easy it is to open it.
So we're going to allocate an instance. We're going to provision an instance. We're going to deploy Kubernetes worker node into it, and then it's going to join the Kubernetes cluster.
Yes, that specific Kubernetes cluster. So again, if you're a bunch of people in the team, and each and every one of you has a Kubernetes cluster, you don't have to worry where does my virtual machine will go to that specific cluster and appear in your cluster.
Yeah. Got it.
So if I look at the nodes right now,
we still have 2 nodes.
Yeah, we still have 2 nodes.
If we look at the Symphony UI, we're going to see it still being provisioned.
Right, so it's provisioned. If I go to events, you see that it's
we've allocated an instance and now we're deploying Kubernetes into it. And
yes.
Once it's done, it's going to
so you mentioned
join
that
the cluster.
We're sitting in a VPC environment.
And let's take a look at our VPC.
Yes, so the VPC, you can see that I have now 3 virtual machines.
I see.
And one
I have
the
3
load balancer.
instances and a load balancer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The application is up and running. So we're just extending it, we're scaling it. The users of your application don't know anything that's going on right now behind the scenes.
Okay, so it's not impacting the Kubernetes cluster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great.
So again, if we refresh, still 2 nodes, still configuring, but I don't have to go to the Kubernetes UI because everything is reflected from Kubernetes into Symphony UI as a single pane of light. So it's still provisioning, then it will go to a degraded state. Degraded means I still did not have all the health checks I need to do in order to make sure we are a healthy 3-node cluster. And once this is done, we'll be able to scale it in your application.
Fantastic. Let's give it a couple of minutes and we'll see what happens.
Oh, there you go. So we went to degraded.
Okay, so our cluster just grew and now it's going through health checks before it becomes available inside of Kubernetes.
It is degraded just to make sure you don't use the 3rd cluster right now because we're still doing some health checks. Once it is running, then we'll scale the application.
Okay, so we have 3 active nodes.
Yeah, 3 active nodes. Kubernetes, by the way, will already declare that it has a 3rd node.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah, so Kubernetes thinks it already had a 3rd node, but we want to
and here we see it 23 minutes, 20 minutes, and 36 seconds ago.
Yeah.
We launched the 3rd instance. Okay.
Still degraded and soon to be running.
That's great. So now that we've, here we
There you
go.
go.
The cluster is now healthy. What do we do now that the cluster is bigger?
Okay, so let's use it. So now we have an extra node in the cluster. Let's replicate our application to use the third node.
Yes.
So
Let's
again,
grow the application.
Yes. So again, we'll just scale the replicas to 3. Scaled. Let's ask what is the rollout status. Oh, now we are going 2 out of 3. We're scaling. We're in the process of scaling, and soon it's going to be added to the application. But we still have one things to go to. Let's see the rollout status. Done. But I still can't use that node.
Oh, why not?
Why? Because I need to connect it to my load balancer.
I see.
Right. So again, super easy. We're in a unified solution.
Okay. So all my nodes are in my VPC. So now I can go to my ELB.
Yes.
And
just modify the target group.
Oh,
Target group is how load balancer connects into the instances.
Okay.
So I'm just going to modify it. Nothing to modify here. Just going to say, okay, please add one more group, instance, number 2, and finish.
Okay.
Done. One last comment. I've done it through the UI, but there's no reason why not to do it using our APIs, CLIs,
Simple
clients.
scripting.
Yeah, I just done it to the UI just for the sake of it.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now I can go back to my Kubernetes and again go to.
Let's look at the app.
Yes, so the app is, it's supposed to be here. Sorry, it's not in the Kubernetes, it's in the load balancer. So I'll take the 143, which is actually where the application is exposed. And there it is. So now I see one host name, 2 host names.
And if you refresh, you're going to hit a different host depending on the load balancing.
So
perfect.
Yeah. By the way, we do have sticky sessions, but if I would use sticky sessions, you won't see the.
Yeah, I'll always see the same server. Got it. Wonderful. So we just scaled the Kubernetes cluster.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy.
Very easy. You scale the Kubernetes cluster. You automatically I done it through the UI because it's very easy to also put it into a load balancer. Very easy to scale down the cluster.
Fantastic.
All you need to focus is on your application.
That's great. That's how you scale a Kubernetes cluster with Symphony 4.6. Thanks.
Thank you.